Can you make probiotic yogurt from wild plants without the natto beans? That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Tachiaki Takamiya, a 63-year-old biohacker based on Japanese natural health and the author of Natto Unleashed. About 2 videos ago, I uploaded this video. The title is Forget soy milk amadake, natto yogurt has even more bioavailable protein. So I shared with you about natto yogurt, or what I called natto good. So basically, I made yogurt using natto beans, meaning I made yogurt using natto bacteria. And at that time, I used natto beans as a starter. I basically mixed natto beans with soy milk and fermented it at 40 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. But you know, I often make natto using wild plants. And in fact, I shared with you how to do it in this video before. The actual title is How to Make Natto from a Wild Plant Instant Pot version. So some of you asked me if it is possible to use wild plants to make natto yogurt as well. So mint or mugwort. Recently, I often use mugwort to make natto. So is it possible to use those wild plants to make natto yogurt? That's what I'll share with you today. So first, I'll share with you, is it possible to make natto from wild plants? Because some of you are wondering if it is possible. And what wild plants are good for natto making? And then wild plants versus natto beans as a starter. Why do you want to make natto from wild plants rather than natto beans? And finally, is it possible to make natto yogurt from wild plants? So this is another groundbreaking video because if we are able to make natto yogurt using wild plant, it will give you a lot more options, a lot more freedom, and it makes so much easier to make natto yogurt. So if you're interested, please watch the video until the end. For those of you who just discovered this video today, this is the Ikigai diet channel, which is about how to increase health span for people over 50 or 60. I am the author of 4 books. I usually cover things like diet, exercise, mindset, and anything else that is related to increasing health span. So if you're over 50 or 60 and interested in health span extension, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. So, is it possible to make natto from wild plants, or why it is possible to make natto from wild plants? The answer is yes, it is possible because that's how we made natto traditionally. We made natto from rice straw, which is wild plants. In the past, that was the way we made natto. Because natto bacteria existed in rice straw, by wrapping the soybeans with rice straw, you could ferment the soybeans. And in some other country like Nepal, they use banana leaves. It is called kinema. It's very much like natto. It's a fermented soybeans in Nepal, and they use banana leaves to ferment the beans. The natto bacteria is called Bacillus subtilis. That is the official scientific name of this bacteria. And what it is a powerful probiotic. This beneficial bacterium is one of the most resilient probiotics in nature. It survives the journey through the stomach to support a healthy and balanced gut microbiome. It is a nutrient factory. While it helps break down proteins for easy absorption, which I have been talking about in the last few videos, how natto contains an enzyme called protease, which breaks down protein into amino acid. but its primary value comes from the unique health compound it creates during fermentation. There are other benefits than just the protein. So, what are the health benefits of this bacteria? When this bacteria ferments soybeans, it produces essential nutrients that are difficult to find in other foods, such as natto kinase, a unique enzyme known for supporting healthy blood flow and cardiovascular health. Vitamin K2, crucial for bone density and ensuring calcium is directed to the bones rather than the arteries. Then spermidine, a natural compound that supports autophagy, cellular renewal, and healthy aging. Where is it found in nature? This bacterium lives in harmony with the earth and can be captured directly from the environment. The soil. It is a natural soil inhabitant that helps protect plants. Rice straw, which is called wara in Japanese, the traditional sauce used for centuries in Japan to start the natto process. So basically, rice straw is wild plant. So wild plants, it is commonly found on the surfaces of various leaves and stems. So I have fermented soybeans using mint and mugwort. Yeah, that raises a question. So, what wild plants are good for natto making? Usually, dry plants. Bacillus subtilis are found on dry plants more than other plants. That is why it is abundant on the surface of rice straw, because rice straw is dry. So, you can probably find one on wheat straw or corn straw too, or any other wild plants, but edible plants from your garden. Well, you won't be eating the plant, so you're only using the bacteria on the plant, so it doesn't matter. But in case it stays in the bean, so it is better to choose an edible plant. So some kind of herbs or something in your garden is the best. And also, you don't want to pick any kind of weed from the street because someone may have sprayed a chemical on it. So choose a safe plant. From your garden or your friend's garden or somewhere you can trust that it is organic and chemical free. Okay, wild plants versus natto beans as a starter. Why do you want to make natto or natto yogurt from wild plants rather than using regular natto beans? Well, some of you are not able to obtain natto beans easily, or natto can be quite expensive. But if you can use wild plant, it is available right in your garden, so it is much easier. But also, there are advantages and disadvantages on both methods. So, first of all, let's review what methods are available as a starter. So there are 3 ways to inoculate natto bacteria to the soybeans. Using store-bought natto beans, using manufactured natto starter spores. So those are sold and you can get them online. And that is another common method to inoculate natto bacteria to the soybeans. And the last approach is using wild plants. So what are the advantages and disadvantages of each method? 1, store-bought natto beans. Advantages, easy and simple, and Bacillus subtilis is optimized. The bacteria is produced in the laboratory, and they make sure to choose the best strain of the bacteria. So usually the natto bacteria used for commercial natto is optimized. Disadvantages, Bacillus subtilis is unified and not local. Now, many of you think it is better if it is optimized, but in the natural world, being optimized doesn't really mean it is the best. Quite often, best is diversity. You want to have a diverse bacteria. It is the same about the gut microbiome. A healthy gut microbiome isn't having some of the optimal bacteria in your gut, but having a wide variety of bacteria in your gut. So if you take one type of bacteria like unified, then you're not creating diversity. Also, your bacteria is not local. It is produced somewhere in the laboratory in Japan. Also, you don't know much about the bacteria used. You don't know where they got the bacteria in the first place and how they optimized it, how they engineered or changed. You don't know the details of the process of optimization. So that can be your disadvantage. Manufactured natto starter spores advantages. Bacillus subtilis is optimized, the same as the commercial natto beans. And sometimes you know about the bacteria used because they explain in the package. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes. Disadvantages: Bacillus subtilis is unified and not local. Wild plants. Advantages: Bacillus subtilis is natural and local. Therefore, it contains diverse strains of the bacteria. And each time when you use a different plant, you may be getting a different strain of the bacteria. Disadvantages: Bacillus subtilis is not optimized and may not be sanitary safe. Well, bacteria itself is safe, but if you're not careful, if you don't know how to disinfect the bacteria, because you do need to disinfect the wild plants before using it as a starter, and if you fail it in this process, it may not be always safe. Okay, so now, is it possible to make natto yogurt from wild plants? So you know you can make natto beans from wild plants, but what about the yogurt? What about soy milk? Does it work in the same way in fermenting soy milk? Now, first of all, why do you want to do that? Why do you want to have natto yogurt when you have natto beans? Because natto beans contains tremendous health benefit. Why don't you just eat natto beans? Well, some of you find the taste of natto beans to be not so pleasant. In that case, natto yogurt may be better. Well, natto yogurt still contains that kind of natto flavor a little bit, but slightly less compared to regular natto. And also, it is easier to consume a larger quantity if it's in a yogurt format. But the biggest difference is natto yogurt produces more bioavailable amino acid than peptide. That is the biggest difference. Well, in a solid bean, the center is protected by a matrix. The bacteria must work from the outside in. In soy milk, the protein molecules are suspended in water. This allows the enzymes, protease to be exact, to collide with and break the protein bonds much more rapidly and uniformly. Therefore, if you want a quick muscle recovery, natto yogurt is better than eating regular natto. Okay, is it possible to make natto yogurt from wild plants? Before that, I told you that you need to disinfect the wild plant before using it as a starter. So this is a clip from my old video, how to make natto from a wild plant, instant pot version. So I'm showing you how to do that. So I'm using mint in this case. So you need to first take all the leaves off the stem because leaves might scatter into the natto beans. So you want to take them off and just have the stem. And once you do that, you want to wash them like this first. Then in boiling water, you basically put them like that. And you can do that for about 30 seconds or so. And that's how you disinfect. other bacteria, and because natto bacteria can withstand the heat, so that the only bacteria remains on the plant if you do it like this for about 30 seconds or so. You also want to disinfect other things you use, such as ladle, when you're making natto. But for natto yogurt, you're not using ladle, so you don't need to do that. But anything else that you use, then you need to disinfect it in boiling water in the same way as disinfecting wild plants. You want to disinfect the glass jar too. So you can pour hot water, the boiled water from the top, just like this. And then just leave it there for a while, like, 30 seconds or so. Then you can drain the water like this. I won't go into the detailed process of making natto yogurt because this is not how to make the natto yogurt video. But after disinfecting your glass jar, you just put those wild plants into the glass jar and pour soy milk over it. That's it. It's very simple. So, after the fermentation at 42 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. Okay, so let's check. Yes, it is made. Yeah, it's coagulated. So, yeah, it has become yogurt. It succeeded. Oh, good. Okay, so let's open the lid and look inside the jar. It is like this. Those are the magua that I used. Let's scoop it. Yes, it is yogurt. It is solid. I mean, it's a little soft, but still it coagulated. So I think it worked. So it was successful. That means it is possible to make natto yogurt from wild plants without the natto beans. And as I said, it gives you a lot more options because it is probably for some of you difficult to get hold of natto, right? Or it is expensive. But if you can use wild plants, then you can use your own herbs in your own garden. And soy milk is probably sold anywhere in the world, I suppose. So if you have access to soy milk and wild plants, then you can always make natto good. Now, for the process of natto making from wild plants, you can watch my other video or read Natto Unleashed. It has the information on DIY natto plus many other topics such as health benefits of natto, recipes, navigating natto's taste, and finally, natto hacking. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya, the author of Natto Unleashed. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Have you made nattos using wild plants? If you have, please share your experiences in the comments below. And how to make natto from wild plants video is this one. Please watch it.